I was on this plane once. The captain started saying like, we're going up at like 35,000 feet. So he does his thing. He puts his mic down, but he forgets to turn it off. So then he starts saying about like he kind of starts rambling on about how he's like, man, what I really want right now is a blowjob and a cup of coffee. So the stewardess, he doesn't realize that the mic is on. So everyone's hearing this. So then the stewardess is like, oh, she goes like running up towards the cockpit, and then some guy in the back pops his head out on the aisle and he says, "Hey, don't forget the coffee."
You've never been on a plane.
I know. I mean, it makes more sense if I say it in first person. So I have been late,
Yeah. So, you got a lady now?
Yeah, I just went on a date last week.
Oh. How'd it go?
Fine.
So, wait, are you going on again?
I don't know.
Why not?
I haven't called her.
Christ, you are an amateur.
Hey, come on. I know what I'm doing. I mean, look, this girl, she's different from like all the other girls I've met. I mean, she's funny. She's smart. I mean, I have a really good time with her. She's just different than any of the girls I've ever met.
So call her up. Call her up. Call her up, Romeo.
Why? I mean, just so I can realize that she's not so smart. I mean, that she's boring. I mean, this girl's fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Well, maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that. Well, I think that's a super philosophy, Will. That way, we can go through your entire life and never, ever have to worry about knowing anybody. My wife used to fart when she was nervous. There are all kinds of wonderful idiosyncrasies. She used to fart in her sleep. Funny. But I shared that with you. One night was so loud, she woke the dog up. And so then she woke up and she said, "What? Was that you?" And I didn't have the heart to tell her.
So she woke up the dog?
Yeah. Yeah. My wife's been dead 2 years, Will. And this is the shit I remember. Wonderful stuff. Little things like this. These are the things that I miss the most, the little idiosyncrasies that she had that only I knew about, made her my wife. She had the goods on me, too. Little things I did that, it was just... Look, people call these imperfections, Will. But they're just who we are. We get to choose who we're going to let into our weird little worlds. You're not perfect, sport. And let me save you this suspense. This girl that you met, she's not perfect either. The question is whether or not you're perfect for each other. You can know everything in the world, but you're never going to know that one unless you give it a shot. You're sure not going to find that out by asking some old fucker like me. And even if I knew, I wouldn't tell a pissant like you.
I mean, why not? I mean, you pretty much told me every other fucking thing right now. I mean, you talk more than any other shrink I've ever met.
Yeah, I look, I teach this shit. I didn't say I know how to do it.
You ever think about getting remarried?
My wife's dead.
Hence the word remarried.
My wife's dead.
It's a wonderful philosophy, Sean. You know, that way you can actually go through your whole life without actually ever knowing anybody.